Have you heard the heartbreaking truth about Christina Applegate at 53? The beloved actress who once brought laughter to millions through her roles on Married, with Children and Dead to Me has been facing battles far more serious than anything she ever portrayed on screen. For decades, Christina was a symbol of resilience and humor, but behind the cameras, her journey has been filled with devastating health struggles that have changed her life forever. In 2021, she revealed to the world that she had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a chronic illness that affects the central nervous system and can lead to severe physical limitations. For fans who had already watched her courageously overcome breast cancer years earlier, the news was both shocking and heartbreaking. Christina, known for her strength, admitted that this was the toughest battle she had ever faced. And now, at 53, her story is a powerful reminder of how fragile even the brightest stars can be. Christina Applegate's career began when she was just a child, appearing in commercials and small television roles. But her big break came in the late 1980s when she was cast as Kelly Bundy on the iconic sitcom Married, with Children. Her portrayal of the sassy, carefree teenager made her a household name and launched her into stardom. For years, she brought laughter to living rooms around the world, becoming one of the most recognized young actresses of her generation. But Christina refused to be typecast. After the sitcom ended, she transitioned to film and stage, earning acclaim for her versatility. She starred in comedies like Anchorman and dramas like The Sweetest Thing, while also earning a Tony Award nomination for her Broadway performance in Sweet Charity. Her ability to reinvent herself proved she was more than just a sitcom star. Yet, while her career seemed unstoppable, her personal life was already beginning to show cracks that the public would only learn about years later. In 2008, Christina Applegate shocked fans when she announced that she had been diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 36. The diagnosis was caught early, but the emotional toll was immense. Instead of hiding from the world, Christina faced it head-on, undergoing a double mastectomy to reduce the chances of the cancer returning. Her courage inspired millions, and she became an advocate for breast cancer awareness and early detection. This chapter of her life revealed Christina's incredible strength. She founded Right Action for Women, a charitable organization dedicated to helping women with genetic risks for breast cancer. Yet, while she appeared strong publicly, Christina later admitted that the physical and emotional scars ran deep. Losing her breasts, enduring treatment, and facing her own mortality at such a young age left her shaken. Still, she pressed forward with her career, determined not to let cancer define her, even though it had already changed her forever. Despite her health struggles, Christina found joy in her personal life. In 2013, she married musician Martin Lenoble, and together they raised their daughter, Sadie. For Christina, motherhood became her greatest role and the anchor that grounded her during difficult times. She often spoke about how becoming a mother gave her a new perspective on life, making her more protective of her health and determined to live for her child. Her family became her source of strength, especially during her darkest moments. Christina has openly shared that Martin and Sadie are her lifelines, the ones who remind her to keep fighting even when her body feels weak. But as her health battles grew more complicated, she also expressed the guilt of not being able to always be the energetic, playful mother she wanted to be. It is this honesty that makes her story so deeply human and relatable. She is a Hollywood star, yes, but also a woman trying to navigate unimaginable challenges for the sake of her family. In 2019, Christina Applegate returned to the spotlight with the Netflix hit Dead to Me, co-starring Linda Cardellini. The dark comedy drama showcased Christina's sharp wit and emotional depth, earning her critical acclaim and multiple award nominations, including an Emmy. Fans praised her performance as one of the best of her career, proving that, even after decades in Hollywood, she was still at the top of her game. But behind the success of the show, Christina was already feeling the effects of multiple sclerosis, though she didn't know it at the time. Fatigue, pain, and balance issues began to interfere with filming, forcing her to push through scenes with sheer determination. Later, she revealed that some days she could barely walk on set, yet she refused to quit. That resilience became a testament to her dedication, not just to her craft, but to her fans who had supported her for so long. In August 2021, Christina Applegate announced to the world that she had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, or MS. The disease affects the brain and spinal cord, leading to symptoms such as numbness, difficulty walking, fatigue, and pain. For Christina, who had already fought cancer, this new diagnosis was almost unbearable. She admitted that she was devastated, saying, "It's been a tough road, but as we all know, the road keeps going." Fans rallied behind her, sending love and support, but Christina made it clear that MS had changed her life forever. She now required a cane to walk, and some days even standing for long periods was nearly impossible. The vibrant, energetic woman who once danced on Broadway and starred in fast-paced comedies was suddenly facing limitations that no amount of willpower could erase. It was a heartbreaking reality for both her and her millions of fans worldwide. Despite her MS diagnosis, Christina was determined to finish Dead to Me, which was already in production. She returned to set with the support of her cast and crew, who rallied around her during the filming of the final season. Many scenes had to be adjusted to accommodate her condition, but Christina's performance remained powerful, raw, and deeply emotional. When the final season aired in 2022, fans were moved not only by the story, but also by Christina's real-life struggle shining through on screen. Her vulnerability made her character even more compelling, and critics hailed it as one of the most authentic performances of her career. Yet, behind the praise was a woman who had pushed herself to the brink, enduring physical pain for the sake of her craft. It was both inspiring and heartbreaking, showing the world just how much she was willing to give to her art. After the release of Dead to Me, Christina largely stepped back from the public eye. Her first major appearance came at the 2023 Screen Actors Guild Awards, where she walked the red carpet with a cane, accompanied by her daughter. The moment was bittersweet. Fans cheered her courage, but many were shocked to see the physical toll MS had taken on her once vibrant presence. Christina, however, handled it with her signature humor and grace. In interviews, she began speaking openly about her struggles. She admitted that some days were unbearable and that she was learning to live with a new normal. Her honesty resonated deeply with fans as she shed the Hollywood illusion of perfection and showed the raw truth of chronic illness. By 2025, Christina has become not just an actress, but a powerful voice for those living with MS, using her platform to raise awareness and fight for better treatment options. While Christina has shown incredible resilience, the emotional toll of her health struggles cannot be understated. She has admitted to moments of anger, sadness, and fear, especially when thinking about her future with her daughter. The thought of not being able to fully experience motherhood in the way she dreamed has weighed heavily on her heart. Yet, she continues to lean on humor as a coping mechanism, often joking about her situation in a way that only she could. This balance of vulnerability and strength has made her a role model for people facing adversity. But still, the tragedy lies in the reality that someone so full of life and talent has had so much taken from her. Christina's story is one of inspiration, but also of heartbreak, proof that even the brightest stars are not immune to life's cruelest twists. As of 2025, Christina Applegate remains mostly out of the Hollywood spotlight, focusing on her health and her family. She has hinted that she may never act again, though she remains open to opportunities that accommodate her condition. Instead, she has turned much of her energy toward advocacy, supporting MS research and speaking out about the realities of living with a chronic illness. Fans continue to express love and admiration for her, often flooding social media with messages of support. Christina herself has said that her fans give her strength, reminding her that she is not alone in this fight. At 53, her career may have slowed, but her impact has only grown stronger. She is no longer just an actress. She is a voice for millions who suffer in silence, and her bravery ensures her legacy will endure. Christina Applegate's legacy is not defined solely by her acting career, though it is impressive in its own right. From sitcom stardom to critically acclaimed performances, she has proven her talent time and again. But what makes her truly remarkable is her resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship. She has used her platform to raise awareness for breast cancer and multiple sclerosis, turning her pain into a source of hope for others. Her honesty has broken barriers in Hollywood, a world often obsessed with perfection and appearances. By showing her vulnerability, she has made it clear that strength is not about being invincible, it's about being real. Christina Applegate may be facing a heartbreaking battle, but her courage and authenticity have made her one of the most admired figures of her generation. At 53, the tragedy of Christina Applegate is undeniable. A woman who once lit up screens with her energy, humor, and beauty is now forced to navigate the painful reality of chronic illness. Yet, even in the face of heartbreak, she continues to shine. Through her advocacy, her love for her family, and her refusal to give up. Christina's story is both heartbreaking and inspiring. It reminds us that life is fragile, and even those who seem unstoppable can be brought to their knees by forces beyond their control. But it also shows us the power of resilience, the strength of family, and the importance of honesty. Christina Applegate's tragedy may break our hearts, but her courage ensures that her story will continue to inspire generations to come.